Nimekuwa kama samaki kutamani nisivyoviweza, kama nitanga niliapa niowe muweza, na kama bahati mwenzenyu nishaipoteza, siku hizi ujanja ni kunywa mchuzi wa pweza. Welcome to the Luya Vibes with the WTG. I started by singing the song by Rich Mavoko. The reason for me to sing that song is that culturally, these issues you are seeing that mademu wanapenda do ama nini, it is something that has just evolved. It has just evolved. Back then, for somebody to get married to a certain daughter of somebody, they used to look at how many acreage of land do you have, how many cows do you have, how many camels do you have, and they used to go on and count even the donkeys. So when you see that nowadays they want this one, I always see it in Luya land, where especially for the ladies who are at 30 now, their aunties are asking if they got somebody or they are dating somebody. You hear the aunties asking that, is that guy driving? Is that guy you are dating driving? So what does that mean? The aspect of wealth was there back then. It is just that it has evolved into monetary. Yes, it has just evolved into monetary. It is just that it has evolved to the extent that now your aunties or your families don't choose a partner for you. Instead, you choose for yourself. But even when they were choosing for you, they used to consider these things. And that's why you could hear that, my daughter is married to the chief of a certain village. Yes. So all these things, men, we need to work hard. Atuna letu, we just need to work hard. Yes, we just need to work hard. Because even back then, if your family, and I remember reading the book of Chinua Achebe, Things Fall Apart, where this character has gone to the uncles, and the uncles decide to give that nephew some pieces of yams so that he can cultivate the yams and at least regain his status in that society. So you can see the aspect of wealth, because even feeding your family, if you read the book very well, feeding your family, if you are unable to feed your family, you are considered as a poor person in fact, a useless man in that society. So the aspect of wanawake wanapenda pesa, these ladies have never been brought up since then knowing harsh life. No. So we still have to sweat. Yes, we still have to sweat. The aspect of brave men fighting, brave men wrestling for them to be given a certain lady, it is just the same thing that has just evolved in the current generation. We don't now wrestle like physically. We wrestle by books. We wrestle by the managerial positions. we wrestle by who has a lot of money in business. Those are the kind of wrestling we are having. So we don't have to cry a lot that there's this theory of is it Charles Darwin, survival for the fittest. If you don't fit, you perish. So you have to continue fighting. You have to continue fighting until you win the race. Until you win the race. And the good thing with the current generation is that we have a lot of wrestling grounds. It's not that one physical wrestling where you used to go to that is it a ring or what, and show how energetic you are. Remember, that kind of wrestling was not just for wrestling, it was for how will you defend that woman in that society. And nowadays, as I'm saying, that it's not a physical wrestling, we wrestle by how deep is your wallet. Because with the wallet, you will defend her against hunger, you will defend her against disease, and you will defend her against the physical appearance deterioration. So we don't have an excuse. We have to, because this wrestling also have classes. They have classes, and I pity those people who have become like what Rich Mavoko is saying. Nimekuwa kama samaki kutamani nisivyoviweza, kama nitanga niliapa nioe muweza. The reason as to why Rich Mavoko is saying that kama nitanga aliapa aoe muweza. He had to accept that this is my level. This is my level. This is the level of a person I can marry. He cannot go for those things. He cannot go for that expensive lady he cannot afford. Or he cannot go for that high caliber of lady he cannot afford. So the wrestling also has classes. And I pity those people who want to behave like this fish. You want to have a lady who has achieved a lot. At the end of the day, now you go for the sugar mommy, those aunties. I pity those ladies who are now going for the baby. How do you call them? The sugar daddies, the uncles. This wrestling, even in that village, when people are wrestling, if you could not, you are not a beautiful lady to attract the son of the king, you were to get married to these men who give the king services. So this thing of calibers and classes is there. It's just that tumekuwa kama samaki kutamani tusivyoviweza, na hatuwapi kuwa kama ni tanga tutaoa muweza. Hatuwapi. Yes. And that's why we end up with the same song. We end up saying that kuchapiwa ni siri ya ndani, kisha tendwa ndio bye bye. After you have been heartbroken is when you are dumped and you realize it later. But if you go by your class, yes, even in the wrestling we have those with the lightweight, featherweight and heavyweights. So you want to rush for a heavyweight, whereas you are a lightweight. Ukishatendwa ndio bye bye. Yes. Anyway, it's called Luya Vibes with WTG.